That's my best friend, that's my best friend. She's not my girlfriend, she is my best friend.
What's up? What's good? What's Gucci, y'all? This is Thea, and I'm back with another video. And before I get into the video, to those of you that haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, like, leave a comment down below, and we'll be back. Oh yeah, I'm back here. I'm gonna tilt my camera like I always do, so you gotta see me, just see my camera. 1 second. So here I have I'm gonna be making some pan-seared filet tilapia today. This is what I have already washed it. I dried them off really dry so that my seasoning can actually get stick to them properly. So I have about probably 10 filet here. So what I'm going to do here, I have a plate here. Let me bring this a little closer. I have a plate here. I'm going to lay my tilapia on it. I'm going to make sure, let me get some more towels to make sure that, you know, I just dry them back. Make sure it's completely dry. You know, you don't want it any water on it at all. So, I'm going to put that over there. I'm going to dry as I go. Yeah, I use paper towel. I think it's more convenient. I'll put those over there. And I'm going to repeat the same process on the others. And this is a very, very simple recipe, y'all. Nothing too hard or anything too, you know, complicated. Just very easy and simple. Alright, since I already have 6 filet here, I'm just gonna put this to the side. I have 6 filet here. I'm gonna just fix them properly so all of them can have, like, the seasoning can be all over, but you know, all the tilapias on both sides. So here, before I go with my spices, I have some garlic powder. I have some garlic powder and parsley. This is just, I prefer this for, you know, garnishing, just, you know, the little green with the parsley. I think it just gives the tilapia really good flavor, also good, and I mean, make it look more appealing. I have some paprika. I have some black pepper. I have some all-purpose seasoning, and also I'm gonna start with some extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to do is drizzle a little bit. I don't want a whole lot. Give me 1 second. I don't want a whole lot, so I'm gonna. I don't want my spices to like escape the fish. So I'm just gonna drizzle just a little bit on my fish on both sides. If you notice, I'm not throwing it on the fish. I don't want to overthrow. I just want it to just not be dry, but not too oily, because I want my spices to just stay on there. So I'm just gonna drizzle on the brush, on the pastry brush instead. I don't want it to put it directly to my fish. So I'm gonna repeat the process on all of them. This should be enough. Yeah, for this one. 1 second. So now that I already, you know, drizzle my oil, this is what it's looking like so far. You see, it's just not too oily. It's just good enough. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start putting my spices on. I got my garlic powder. Sorry, I'm just gonna. I have my black pepper. Normally I use the fresh ground with the grinder, the black pepper with the grinder on it, but this is more like refined, you know. It's more, this black pepper here is more like powdery and it's easy to dissolve, so I'm just gonna use this instead. Because really I like the actual black pepper that with the grinder, but sometimes the pepper is too coarse when you grind it, so I just prefer to use this one here. I'm gonna get some of my all-purpose seasoning. I'm trying to go light, guys. I'm not trying to have my fish salty, so. So it should be enough, and I'm gonna add some paprika. Paprika is gonna give it that nice color, you know. And also, sorry guys, I don't do well with spices at all. Every time I use spices, I feel like I want to sneeze. I'm trying to go very light. I don't want to just throw, you know, too much spices on my fish. I don't want to overthrow, so bear with me. I'm going really light. And what I'm going to do, and I'm going to top it off. I didn't put too much garlic on here because I wanted to use some of this. This is a garlic and parsley. Give it that nice greeny, you know, texture. I mean, color. You know, it's like I said, to make it look more appealing. So. Alright, so I'm not gonna do too much. I'm just gonna pat my spices in. I'm not rubbing it. If you notice, I'm not trying to rub my spices off, because the oil we have on here, you're trying to pat your spices on. You don't want to rub, because when you rub, you eventually rub your spices off, because anything slips off the oil easily. So I'm just gonna pat it. This is what it's looking like. You see that? Let me see if I can, like, oh yeah, this should have a better. This is what it's looking like right now. And what I'm going to do is repeat the process, the same process on the other side. So I'm gonna finish that up and I'll be back. Oh y'all, I'm back. I have on the stove preheating my pan. This is like a roti pan. I prefer to use a roti pan. You can probably use a skillet if you want to, but I prefer to use a roti pan because I think it's easier to handle, you know, especially when you gotta flip the fish and all that. You don't want the corners of the pan to be, you know, hindering you from doing that. So what I'm gonna do is already heated. I'm gonna take some of my oil, my olive oil, I'm gonna put it on the pan and just spread it around the pan. I'm not using a lot of oil for this now, just a little bit. You know, I'm just trying to distribute it around the pan evenly. I'll turn my heat down to medium. This fish doesn't take long to cook, but you want your fish to get that crisp, you know, that crust on the outside. So, be right back. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take my fish. And I'm going to place it on my pan. I want to place as many as I can. So I probably might be able to put, 4 at the same time or at once. Yeah, 4 is good enough. If you notice the oil is stuck in the middle, I'm going to just take the pan and just, you know, go around it so you can have the oil under the remain of the fish. And mind you, this pan does not stick at all. That is one of the reasons I actually use this pan. It don't stick. I don't know if you can see the fish is already starting to cook. Fish don't take that long to cook, so I'm going to let that, you know, cook for probably a little 3-4 minutes, then I'm going to flip it. But I want to make sure before I flip it, the outside it has that, you know, that crust. So I'm going to leave this here, but you know, we do it fast. And I'll flip it when I'm done. Just wash my hands. If you can see this, and then show you a little close up. This is what it's looking like so far. That's what it's looking like. It's that there. While it's cooking, I'm just going to all distribute. Instead of being in the middle, I'm going to just distribute to the ends or around, If you want, you can actually use butter to do it, but I prefer to just use oil, I prefer to use oil instead, so. Be right back. Oh, yeah. I already started flipping them, because I think this is the color I'm looking for. It's been like 3 minutes later. Fish doesn't take that long, so you don't have to worry about it being undercooked, because fish cook in minutes. It doesn't take that long. Oops. And you gotta be careful when you're flipping it, guys, because fish is very, it's easy to break. So you gotta be careful. So this is what my little curse side is looking like. This is how I prefer it. This is good enough. I don't know if you can see it, but there it is. So yes, y'all, I'm gonna let this cook for another 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna repeat the same process with the other. So yeah, I'll be right back to show y'all when I'm done, pan-searing all of them. But this is what it's looking like so far. Oh yeah, I'm back. I'm finished with the fish. I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like. So I'm gonna tilt my camera a little bit. Y'all know, I gotta tilt my camera. So this is what this looks like, guys. Look at this. Look at this. This is our pan-seared. There's the juices from the fish. So no need to worry about that. It's just the fat from the fish. But look, this. Tell me this doesn't look good. Look at that. Yeah, so what I'm going to do now, I just serve it with little slices of lime. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to serve this with a sauce I'm going to be making of a combination of vegetables and tomato paste and stuff like that. So with some rice and some broccoli. So I'm going to show you guys how I make my sauce for this fish, or my gravy, I should say. So I hope y'all like the recipe for the fish, but I'll be back with the sauce. I'm back for my gravy. I already have my oil heating. I don't want to wait too longer. So I'm going to, I got some tomato paste. I'm going to put this in here and I'm going to cover the pot because tomato paste spill. And I'm trying to burn it, so it can give my stew the color that I need. Or my gravy the color that I need. So I'm going to burn it. Sorry, I'm not trying to get burned, so don't mind me when I'm just trying to cover it. I'm not trying to get burned. So I'm gonna let that just, get as brown as it can. So I'm just cleaning my stove off. What I have here, I got some potatoes. I diced up. I just drained them. And I'm going to cover some. It's calm now. This is what it's looking like. I'm trying to make sure. Sorry, but I gotta do this. I'm trying to make sure my potatoes get, a really nice color and not just white, Leave that there. And I'm going to add some garlic. I got some minced garlic. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. Add a little bit. And I'm going to stir. This is not a lot of potato. This is probably better a large potato or a big potato. It's just one. I didn't use a whole lot. And I got some onions, bell peppers, carrots. And just put it all in there. And I'm going to stir. My stove is on medium right now. I don't want my stuff burning. I want it to color really good, but at the same time I don't want it burning. So while that's in there, I'm going to add some all-purpose seasoning. I'm going to add some garlic powder. It's never gonna, like, I love my food with garlic flavor, so it's not, you know, it can never be too much garlic for me. I got some paprika right here. Black pepper. Stir this. And I'm going to add some Maggi. I'm going to show you what it's looking like so far. This is what it's looking like. You know, that nice coloring stuff, you know? That is the whole purpose of using the tomato paste. Look at this. Alright. And now I'm going to add a little water. Just a little. This is about a cup of water. And I'm trying to have enough gravy also. And also I need enough water to cook the potatoes and the vegetables. So I might need to go a little more on the water. And also I'm trying to get my gravy up thickened. So I'm not trying to go with too much water, but I'm going to throw a little bit more. I'm going to mix it and I'm going to take all this spices and stuff from around the pot and just, you know, mix it in. Mix it in. I'm going to add a little more all-purpose seasoning. Here we are. And I'm going to mix it. I'm going to cover that and put my stove on medium heat and let this cook for another, sorry y'all, for another 15 minutes. Yeah, because you want the potatoes and stuff to get soft, but at the same time you don't want the gravy drying out with high heat. So I'm going to let that cook for another 15 to 20 minutes and I'll be back. Alright y'all, I'm done with my gravy. Here it is. Let me put a little closer so you can see. Oops. This is my gravy's looking like. So Okay, guys. Let me take my phone. Oh Lord. It's been a long day, like along this. So thank y'all so much for watching. If y'all have any video or any recipe you'd like me to show you guys how to prepare, please leave it in the description below. Before I go, please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment down below. Alright, see y'all in the next video.